Okay, this will be my third attempt to record this video. Something's wrong with my camera, I guess, because it keeps going off, and anyway, moving on. So this week it's Monday, obviously, and it was my week to pick the theme. So I picked who is your favorite Disney princess and why. Mine is kind of obvious because of the shirt that I'm wearing. My arms look freakishly long. I don't look good in tank tops, but I own this one. I wear jackets over it. Anyway, yes, my favorite princess is Ariel, the Little Mermaid, if you guys aren't familiar with, the names and things like that, which you probably are. Everyone knows them, I think. Anyway, so as to the why, I have loved The Little Mermaid since I was 5 or before. It came out before I was born, I think, because I was born in 91. I'm not quite sure what year it came out, so don't know. But I've loved it since before I can remember. It must have been out when I was born because I don't remember it coming out. I remember loving it. So the why. The other Disney princesses were great, and I loved the movies and things, but I never really resonated with their characters. Like, I never was like, saw myself in there, like I bet a lot of other little girls did. So, that just wasn't my favorite. And to prove how much of a fanatic I am, I have had this same doll since I was 5. My mother saved her for me and gave her to me before she died, and I've always wanted to be a hairstylist, so that's why her hair's short. I wish I hadn't cut it, but I love her just the same. She's precious to me. But I wish I hadn't cut her hair, because I just wish I hadn't. I did a pretty good job, though, for a toddler, because if you've tried to cut doll hair, it's impossible to cut it even. Okay. And my phone. My boyfriend got me this case because he knows how obsessed I am and that I'm a fanatic. So he got me that. And then my wallpaper is is that scene right there. Love it. I just love it so much. Okay. So the why, which I think I already was supposed to go into that. Sorry. Where do I start? Because I've already done this twice, and I had it perfect the first 2 times. I hate YouTube when it does that. But I suppose it's because I just really identified with her character. She was born a mermaid, but she wanted to be something else. She wanted to be a human. And also the fact that she was different from other girls. The other princesses all had the same thing, genitally speaking, or at least you assume, So, but she didn't. She had something else. And it wasn't that she had a penis or anything, but she had something else. And that was enough to me to make me really identify with her from the get-go. Also, there are several scenes in the movie, and the plot of the movie has very transgender undertones, and not intentionally, I believe, but listen to what I have to say and you can judge, but I think it does to trans people, and I know a lot of trans girls who do love The Little Mermaid and are very much fans. So like I said, she wants to be something else. There's one. We are girls, but we want to be girls physically as well, so we transition. So there's that, and also she gets in the movie, because I don't know, it's going to sound weird if you haven't seen it, but most people probably have. In the movie, she trades her voice, to become human, and she has to get this guy to kiss her. I'm giving you the abridged version. And she falls in love with this guy, but then she gets turned back into a mermaid. And he sees that she's a mermaid, and he still loves her. She's different, and he's willing to still be with, he still loves her. And that meant a lot to me. I guess I was a very deep-thinking toddler, because I was like, oh my god, there's a man, and she's different, and he doesn't care. There's a scene where the witch is coming after them, and if you haven't seen it, that probably is going to sound weird, but there's a sea witch. And she's coming after them, and he pulls her close, and she's like, you need to get out of here. And he's like, no, I won't leave you. And that resonated with me so much. I was like, oh my god, he's protecting her, and that's a man protecting a woman who's different, and that's great. I just love that. And then I'm trying to go through this quickly because I think when my video gets 6-ish minutes, it's it cuts me off. So then there's this part that my favorite part is she's sitting on the rock looking at the prince, and her dad is like, she really does love this guy. And he realizes that this is who she wants to be, and that's who she is, and he can't change that. And so he turns her into a human himself, and I cry every time, like a bitch, but he turns her into a human so that she can be happy, and he's supportive. I knew that people in my life wouldn't be supportive if I told them, and I really wanted them to be, and I knew that didn't happen usually, so that meant a lot to me, to see that her dad himself was like, no, this is who she is and this is how she's going to be happy, and changed her for her and accepted her as a human. So there's that. And then, you know, she gets married, and he didn't care that she used to be a mermaid because she was a girl now. She was human to him, you know. So I think that a lot of trans girls maybe saw this meaning in it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just needed psychiatric help as a child because I was having these thoughts. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is, I guess. And that is why The Little Mermaid is my favorite Disney princess. She always will be. I have lots of memorabilia, and I just love her to death, you know. Oh, I can show you these. She is why I bought these earrings. These are anchors, if it'll focus. And I wear them all the time to remind me of, like, her and what she went through and how she got through it, and she became who she wanted, and she was happy. And I'm finally getting to the, sorry for this lighting, I'm finally getting to the point where I'm happy. So I just really love those earrings. They just motivate me, I guess. It's weird, but that's what I do. And that is a wrap. That is why, yes, it didn't freak out on me. That's why I love The Little Mermaid, and I can't wait to see everyone else's videos. Bye.